Hi guys, this is James from CatherineRosman.com. Today we're going to take a look at the Deuter Kid Comfort 3. It's a hiking carrier for babies. It's an awesome piece of baby wearing equipment. We're going to try and get that guy safely in here so we can hit the trail. Come here, mate. Come here. No? Okay. Alright, you nearly ready to jump in? Alright. Obviously you can tell the material is resilient to being beaten up by a child. Alright. So we'll show you how it all works once I get the kid inside, but first of all, storage pocket at the back, it's deceptively large. We give it the arm test. Ugh. We've got a full elbow of space. Alright, and now the cameraman's copping a pounding too. Alright. But obviously when we're on, we won't be able to reach that. So let's close that up. Second pocket here in the top, just for some stuff that's easier to reach. Alright, now I'm getting beaten up again. Alright, so this is inside the cockpit area. There's a couple of a couple of anchor points that will hold your baby in place. So this one goes right across the chest and clips in. Unfortunately, it doesn't tighten, and so unless this is tensed, it does have a tendency to slip down. In our experience, it hasn't really resulted in anything unsafe, but you know, it's there for a reason, and this sort of tends to slide off. This can be a little bit tricky, so if it's your first time having a go with this, have a go at clipping it in before you put the kid in, because you won't be able to see it very well. Basically, you've got half of a buckle there, which clips in like that. Then on this side, you got the other half, which clips in like that. So, if you pull this up to where it would normally sit, there you go. So you got all your anchor points like that. Wow. Now the hard part is getting a baby in the middle of all this. So let's give that a try. To make this easier, stick, crackers. Ready to jump in, mate? Come on, feet in. There you go, good boy. Alright, so as you can see across the chest there, it's quite loose. So where you can really tighten it up is with the strap that goes from the buckle between his legs. Now down here, you can make that as tight or as loose as you like. So again, you can loosen that so it's easy to get on. So you can see that clips on, no problem. Same on this side. Alright, so once he's in, you can tighten it down here. This is easier when you have a more cooperative baby. But on the side here, you can really tighten up that gap. And bring that down to nothing. Watch your arms, mate. Alright, so he's in there nice and tight. Let's keep that over your shoulders. Alright, so there we go. Let's get that sun hood on. It's not a warm day, but it's a sunny day, so just so he's protected. Get this on. Yep, that's where we're going, mate. Alright. So despite his restlessness, he hasn't managed to tip himself over. So it's nice and stable. It's comfortable on his chin. So again, the chin rest there, very child skin friendly. Comfy there, mate? Comfy there? Hey? Comfy? Alright, so, testing out that stability. Now the tricky part is putting it on. There we go. There, now you can't do it, can you? Frame's pretty lightweight, so it's mostly just the weight of the child. Frame's aluminium, keeps the weight down. So, without being reckless about it, you can swing it onto your back. Enjoying yourself, mate?
No.
I think your hand is jammed.
Wait.
Oh.
No.
I have a stick in my back. Pull your hand out, mate. There we go.
Careful.
Lesson 1. Make sure the back area is free from stabbing objects. Right. So a couple of extra secure points to put it on. Make sure that's nice and tight. So. Right. Now, where you put your feet, mate? Are they tucked underneath?
No.
No? I've got a feeling they should be out to the side.
It should be.
Come on, mate, get your legs out. There you go. There you go. Alright. So, you comfortable up there, mate?
I'm just there. I'm there.
Yeah? You comfortable? Alright. Now, if you're going to go for a bit of a trek, even if it's a cold day like it is today, take your jumper off before you put the pack on, because once you start moving, you'll heat up, and it's just not the easiest thing to do, to take it off, take your jumper off, put it back on and keep going. So just guts it out for the first couple of minutes. Lugging around this weight, you'll warm up in no time. Once you are going, obviously there's the storage at the back, can't really reach it, impractical. The storage in the top corner, can't really reach it. So the Deuter kit, it's got a little pocket here. Well, it's not really phone size. Is it phone size? Yes, it's phone size. So you can keep your phone in there if you haven't got any pockets. I have pockets. So let's do the wallet test. Alright, so you might be able to get wallet and keys and phone in there if you really jammed it in there. On this side, nothing. Little pocket there, good for your keys, but that's about it. What do you reckon, mate? Do you like it?
Wow.
Do you like it?
What?
Are you comfy? Do you like the view? Yeah. And before you go, remember to kick that back in. Don't want to get that caught on a tripwire or something. So, obviously with this much weight on your back, there's a real possibility you could do some damage to your back. So make sure you don't do any unexpected twists and turns. You want to have a bit of a stretch before you even put this thing on. Most importantly, as you walk, chest out, keep your posture straight up and down. Exactly. It's like balancing the book on your head. This is not very practical for hiking, but yeah. But just a general upright, center of gravity nice and high, and we're off to the races. All right, to get it off, same deal. Kickstand out. Undo your buckles, and very carefully take it off without tipping the child out. Handle at the top, nice and strong. How much do you weigh, mate? 15 kilos, 16 kilos? Which in America talk is 35 pounds. Alright, so we're going to leave you in there for a minute, mate. So you be patient, have a cracker. Because we need you to sit still for a couple of minutes. while we get your sun hood out. As you can tell, it's a very nice day. And this folds straight out, so a little bit of protection from the sun. A couple of clips in here, goes straight on. Nice and easy. You comfy in there, mate? Yeah? He seems alright. Now, if you want to go one step further, you get this cool little waterproof add-on, which just fits nicely over the top. Which we can, whoops, oh, stuff that up. Let's get this one on. It is really quite cold here this morning, and so unless you have really small fingers, this can be a little bit difficult. There we go. Alright, so we're now waterproof, we're now windproof, but we're not cracker proof yet. He still won't let it go, and we still have stick hazards. Is this comfy, mate? Is this nice and comfy? Yeah? It's comfy on the chin? Alright, there's an obvious advantage to this type of carrier over a regular baby carrier. I've done a trek before with your standard sort of front wearing baby carrier, and over a couple of hours takes its toll on your back, on your hips, plus it's probably not the most comfortable position for the little guy either. He doesn't get the same view that he gets up here. If he's sitting here, he can look side to side, he can look at me, that's about it. Up here, he can see everything, so it's a much more enjoyable experience for him. It's a much easier and less physically taxing day for me. Plus I got an extra little tour guide up here to make sure I don't miss anything. But most importantly, all the weight sits in the center of my shoulder blades. It's well distributed, and so I can keep this up for longer without the next day pain that can come with that weight in the front that's always kind of pulling you down. With that all being said, you ready to get started, mate? Yeah? No? Now he goes quiet. A couple of extra safety things to keep in mind. As you can see where we are, it's quite slippery and it's on an angle. He's rightfully worried that I might slip and could tip over. So you need to be very sure of your footing. Any slips, there is a risk that you could sort of topple over and squash the little guy, and we don't want that, do we? The other thing to keep in mind is when you're taking the pack off, to make sure that you don't lean it sideways so it does tip over. And I'll just whip this off now, give you a good demonstration of what not to do, and hopefully I can catch him before he hits the ground. Ugh. I'm kidding, mate, he won't do that. But you can see on the angle, very easy for him to tip over. So you want to have it angling down. This catches the weight, and despite his best efforts to knock himself over, he's still in pretty good shape. We survived. forget to hit subscribe for more real product reviews. Plus, if you want to learn more about the Deuter Kid Carrier, check out the full product review with a link in the description below. There'll also be a link to take you straight through to Amazon if you want to buy it.